Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Better Life podcast. I am joined by Daryl Evans and I am Scott Jones. And as you know, last week was episode 3, and we left it to continue this week with episode 4. So let's tuck in, shall we? What about overly negative people then, perhaps? What do you have to say about anyone in particular that's just on the right mindset as you?
Yeah, overly negative people is a touchy subject, but usually it's the person who's saying them things. That's usually the person with the problem, and when they lash out, it's usually because they are not um, receiving the correct vibrations in that situation. So, for example, in the music industry, if we was to post our song, there would be people saying, "Oh, it's rubbish, it's this, it's that, blah 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 blah." But if you was to delve deeper into it and to then talk to these people and ask them why um, it's bad, usually it'll come out that there's some sort of envy or jealousy, even that they cannot produce something like that.
So more or less, it's just a case of jealousy.
Yeah, more often than not, it's not so much jealousy, but they are not having them needs met. So they are making music, and it doesn't sound as good as say whoever's posted it, whoever they commented on saying it was bad. They wish theirs sounded like that, or they wish theirs had as much interaction as that. So because they are not having that stimulation, they will go out and try and steal it basically from someone else.
And how do you find is the best way of dealing with it? Because I know from personal experience, people told me when I've suffered from negativity, just ignore them, that kind of stuff. But it's still touchy because sometimes they still give it, even though you ignore them and all that.
Yeah, but what you gotta think about is these people are doing it for um, a reaction, for some stimulation, that part that they are missing in their life, and by throwing negative comments onto someone else, let's say, they are attempting to steal energy to fill that gap in their life. So if you don't give them that, then they don't, you know, they go look elsewhere for it, or they whatever. Who cares what they do? You know, people like that is usually just gotta sit down and have a little, chat to themselves and realize that what they're doing is having a bad impact on the world and it's not helping themselves. So when people, when they behave like that, they're just being, it's all uh, from stemming from within themselves and things that they wish they could do, things that they wish they had done, wish things that they wish they could do, and so on. So yep, the best thing to do is just straight up ignore them, because when you do uh, when you do give them energy, they want more of it. They steal it. They think that they can get it from that every time, like just to fill the gap in their life. What they have to do is just go out and do it themselves.
So ignoring them is the best advice, you'd say.
Yep, ignore them. Absolutely, ignore anyone who, and even when it comes close from home as well. I've been through the phase in my life where my parents would say, "Look, you can't make music. You don't put food on the table, like But here I am making music. Um, it's very difficult to do when you got close family and friends around you telling you that you can't do it. You just gotta, if you were born to do it and you were born to do it, you've just gotta go out and do it and live our life. That is it. And anyone who doesn't believe in you or gives you, doesn't give you that support, you just simply have to brush it under the rug and say, okay, um, I'll bump into you when my life bumps into you again.
And that's what you've done then with your life to go into Cylent Beatz fully.
Yeah, that's exactly what you gotta do. You gotta almost shut off to the negativity part of the world, and you just gotta concentrate on the positivity. And then that positivity will just grow and grow and grow and grow until people that doubted you in the beginning will just simply say, "Oh well, he's still doing it. Like, he must be, you know, doing well or whatever." Like, and then they'll come and they'll check it out. And that's kind of how Cylent Beatz is developed, anyway.
Is there like any process you find that works best then, just to shut it all off altogether?
I don't watch no television, so I see absolutely nothing of the modern world. Basically, I listen to a little bit of radio in the car to and from work, so I have about 6 minutes worth of radio a day. So what I do is I just don't participate in this material world that is so widespread throughout Britain, and that kind of throughout the world, and that kind of stems from television, I think, and TV is banned in my house. We watch movies. I occasionally watch one or two football matches on a Sunday, and in between the matches, then them adverts are the only adverts that I ever see. So I don't watch no news. I just completely shut out all of that rubbish. I don't subscribe to none of it on Facebook. I only like certain pages, and they're like good story pages and all of that sort of stuff. So when I log on, it's just filled with goodness. If I was to watch a film or something, it would be something that I want to watch. So it's very, very rarely of a negative. I don't watch films like that. I just watch uplifting stuff.
Yeah, that's very interesting, because not many people can actually do that, shut off from the interactive online lives that people are now living, and the negativity some of the press are just giving off altogether as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what these outlets are designed to do, is to create stories, and I think, spreads faster than a bad rumor, and that's kind of like the world we live in. They spread these rumors and fabricate this way of living, and I personally don't like that way of living, so I don't participate in it, and therefore I do not see any negativity in my life, or on Facebook or on the internet or nothing like that. I see nothing but positivity, and I'm sure a lot of people can quite simply do that. It doesn't take a lot, just to, instead of sitting down and watching EastEnders, to sit down and play a little game or something that you enjoy, or write a little. What I do is write lyrics, poetry, and that sort of stuff. But just do something else.
And going back to our first topic as well on this particular podcast episode, helping others. Can negativity come from it then?
Can negative things come from helping others?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm sure there are situations which immediately don't benefit you, but in the long run, if you are helping people, that can only benefit you.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you once again for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for broadening our minds once again, and hope everyone else has enjoyed this episode, and hope it's helped you so far. Hope we have helped others that are listening to this. So thank you very much. I will see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.